Hi, everyone, and welcome back to our weekly TV series called Make Our World Your Runway. This show is not only about the pageant industry, but about fashion and also about entertainment. So whatever industry you're in, this show is absolutely for you. And today I am so excited and so very honored to have with me the owner of SP Fashion Direct LLC and the model and pageant coordinator for the Miss International World pageant, the one, the only Susmita Patel. So let's welcome her to Make Our World Your Runway.
Hey everyone, my name is Susmita Patel. I am Miss International World United States here at Super Bowl Experience with Peace on the Streets Radio.
So excited to be here.
Yeah, Susmita, it's great. And I told everybody this is going to be a bang up show because, you know, when you and I get together, forget it. There's a word called mischief, but it's good mischief. So I hope you're having a good day because I know you're like me. I know you're like me. You run the gamut from East Coast to West Coast and halfway around the world. So I know exactly what you're going through. But first of all, I want to welcome you to the show, Make Our World Your Runway.
Thank you for having me.
And let's face it, the world is your runway because you do some remarkable things. I mean, I've watched you grow from the time we've met until now. And I have to say, I feel very honored. I think you've surpassed me in certain things that you've done. But you know what? I love it because the things that you do actually gives me more strength to go out there and want to do more things. So you're a good role model for me. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But you've been a great mentor, a great role model. And I don't think I can compare to everything that you have accomplished in a lifetime. Maybe like in another 10 years, I'll be able to literally be equal to you. But it's a work in progress.
It is. It's a work in progress. But you know what? You are equal to me, and I hope you do surpass me. That's my goal. Yeah. I want you to surpass me because I want people to say, well, you and Susmita are great friends. Yeah, look at this. She does one thing and I do the other. But before I tell the audience how we met, something I do want to mention, and once in a while I refer to you as Miss Cricket. Let's face it, when you took on those cricket games a few years ago, you did something that celebrities do, okay? I mean, I do a once a year show. I don't get that much attention. I mean, to get on YouTube, to create those fashion shows and the entertainment, and to get 1.5 million viewers, that's an accomplishment. So
it was surreal at the time because it was the very first time, like the kickstart to my own business, and I kind of just got thrown into it. And everything that occurred at that time, it was a blessing in disguise, even though there was so much that we went through. And it was a lot of learning lessons. And from that one event, that one show, the one moment, I think I learned everything you can throughout the course of multiple events that you work on and coordinate, just the lessons that you learn for things that you really need to make sure you have down pack. So it has helped me. And I think that's why, in this short period of span, so much success has come about in that aspect of it.
It has. I mean, you did an amazing job. I mean, 5 days of shows. And then if you remember, we had rain during those shows and you had to pull everything inside and you still pulled it off. And then all the entertainment that you brought together. Like I said, I do a yearly show and I go crazy. And you know it because you're working right along with me. You did this in 5 days. So that was probably one of the most amazing accomplishments, I have to say, in my total career. Even on Broadway. They wouldn't even do that on Broadway, do something in 5 days. So you should be very proud that you did something like that. And I was very proud to work that with you and be by your side. So I hope you can get to do something like that again, but not in 5 days. But anyway, you have something.
Much more preparation time. No more short notices.
Exactly. But I do want to tell the our viewers how we met. And I did meet you at a fashion show, which our good friend Judith Barnes.
Yes.
And you were backstage, and I looked at you and I said, "There's something about this girl. There's just something about her." I said, she's just going to go all the way. And
it was a bridal show, and it was my first show ever after moving down to Florida. And
right.
I didn't know what I was doing. I was offered an opportunity. I'm like, why not? I'll be able to meet new people. And I think that's where it really kickstarted for me on the fashion modeling entertainment end of it, and really finding my way and what I want to do on the passions from this end.
Exactly. And I would have never known it. So when I went home that night and I showed my Al the videos and I showed him the pictures, he said, Angela, you got to get that girl for the pageant. He said, there's just something about her. And coming from Al, who was a former model in New York, I said, you're right. And that's when I called you up, and literally you were like, yeah, okay. In so many words, get out of here. Mm-hmm. But I told you I was so confident that, and it was 2 weeks out from the pageant, I said, I am so confident that you will do well, that I was willing to sponsor you up front. And I did. Mm-hmm. But you turned around and got all your sponsors within a 2-week period. And I said, this is it. This girl is going to go all the way. And you did. You came into the pageant. You took the title of Miss International World United States, then Miss International World Global. And now you are our pageant and our model coordinator. You've started your own business, SP Fashion Direct. You've done so many things and worn so many hats. Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I could keep up with you. I'm trying. I don't know if I could keep up with you.
I feel like you do so much. It's incredible. At your age, I wish, I will be able to keep up with everything, because you have the energy that some of us young girls have. And sometimes I feel so old, it's ridiculous. So the energy that you have, I mean, it's tremendous. And I think, we feed off of that type of positivity, and just to kind of be like, hey, Angela, how's it going? This is what's going on, and just get a kick, like energy boost. So, and then being around all the other girls and like-minded people, and just almost like a family type of environment that you create just for the long term, right? It's all about relationship building. The people that you meet, the people you introduce yourself to and meet through networking, and then they tend to come out to be some of your best friends and people you work with for a very long time. And those are the type of people that you need to have. And the best part of it is we're all so different in our own way, because we're all diverse in every aspect. But the mentality, the positivity, the energy that we all have, that's really what brings us together.
Exactly. It does. It really is. It's the energy. And you know what? I may have a lot of energy, but you inspire me to get that energy, as all the women in this organization do. So when you do something, I look at it and I say, you know what? She just gave me an idea. And, people always ask me, and you and I have said this together. They said, do you guys ever disagree? I said, oh, every day.
All the time.
All the time. I said, but you know what? This is not politics 101. I said, this is being human, I said, why do you think our relationship is so wonderful? Because we do have a chance to say, well, you know what? Many times you said to me, Ange, don't go there. They're feeling some kind of way. Change it. And I'll sit back and I'll say, you know what? You're right. I got to change this. And sometimes I'll say to you, you know what? Let's try it another way. I don't think this is going to work. And you know what? That's what makes a great working relationship. Because you could probably come and say to me, hey, look, you know what? Jump off the cliff today. If you're in a bad mood, and I'm going to say, you know what? She's got a lot on her plate. Let me leave it alone. And then tomorrow it's like, all right, what do you need? Where are we going? What are we doing? And that's the way it
many moments like that, whenever we're stressed out to the max, human, right? So exactly. We get along with everyone. We have so much energy, like the relationships that we build. But there are times whenever it's down to the wire and things need to be done. And if they're not, it's kind of like you have to jump in and you're running around with your head cut off like you're a chicken, right? So at that point, it's kind of like you're being pulled one direction, then another direction, and you just need it to calm down. Sometimes you just have to, I've learned you have to kind of take a step back, take a breather, and then, regroup and take the moment. But at the time, sometimes it kind of does turn out to be like, I might bite back at you, not intentionally, but we have an understanding. And then, the next day we're like, hey, I apologize about this. There is a lot going on. But we have not been to a point where just because of a situation or certain people, our relationship is going to break. It's not, it's so strong and it's there, and we have this understanding. And that's the type of mentality when I work with people in business and creating relations and do whatever projects that we have. That's the type of relationship I like. And I want you to be blunt. I want you to be direct with me. I want you to throw your ideas and tell me, hey, we need to stop for a moment. Think about this. You know, I understand this is happening, but we need to look at it in a different perspective, right? We're all connected one way or another. So if there is something you disagree with, instead of burning a bridge, how can you maneuver around it, right?
Exactly.
So I think that's the skill and the strength, and something that we all have to keep in mind in order to make it far. It's a ladder, it's a chain, it's a team. Yeah, there is never anything that you do, you cannot succeed all by yourself.
Right.
You know, essentially you are doing the work and you're making yourself, you're climbing your way up. However, there was someone next to you, someone there, whether they're in your life or not at the moment, right? Think of it as a stepping stone, and they were instrumental to your success, to take you where you are and to your growth and to your journey. So never take anything for granted. You know, recently I've been in a mindset of, man, I'm so frustrated about all of this stuff that's going on. But then taking a step back after speaking to you, after speaking to other people, it's like, I just laugh about it now. You know, it just come to a point, it's like you have to do what you have to do and not worry about what other people think or say. You have to focus on what your end goal is, and not burn bridges because you're so angry and you want to chew everyone's head off. You know, there's a time and place for it. There's a time and place to be able to speak to everyone and settle any differences that you have.
Exactly.
But it's exciting. You know, you've been amazing throughout everything.
Well, thank you. And it's my sentiments exactly. Right now, we've got to talk about a couple of things. I want to talk about all the projects that you've done and what you're going to be doing, how you actually handle the pageant on the cruise, and more importantly, about this wonderful fashion show that you're going to be doing and coming up next week for the Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce. Now, I know that's a lot to throw at you, but tell us what you've got, what the projects you've worked on, all about the pageant, and definitely about this fashion show that you're putting together next week.
Absolutely. So just to kind of backtrack a little bit about me, you know, as you mentioned, we met obviously at a bridal show that I did for the very first time. From there, I progressed, you know, into the learning more about the modeling industry, and it was more of a as you go, as you experience, learning and growth way. But I've been very lucky to have instrumental people around me like yourself and others that have guided me along the way and not fallen into the traps that many models fall into, as far as being scammed and being promised like the sun, the moon, and the stars. And next thing you know, you're having so many doubts and problems dealing with it. So from there, you know, I've been able to walk in several fashion weeks. You know, there was Miami Fashion Week, Fort Lauderdale Fashion Week, Swim Week, Palm Beach, New York, Lanka Fashion Week. So I've been super, super blessed, and you know, it's been an honor. That's how I've really been able to improve on my walks and working with others, watching them learning and growing. Not only that, not only in runway shows, I've taken part with a lot of magazine shoots. I've had the opportunity, especially after competing in the Miss International World pageant, and really meeting the diverse women, the strong, and even some people who were just there, you know, just to experience it. You really learn to appreciate what you have and grow from it, learn from others. From there, I was able to, you know, get in and start modeling in working with print work. Got into magazines, Impeccable. There's a couple of in New York, and there's Malavi, which is a European magazine, and phenomenal editorial fashion lifestyle magazines that we've had the honor of working with. But yeah, so, you know, at least 13, 14 different publications, all international, as well as recently I've been working with a lot of beauty brands, you know, skincare and natural beauty. And it's been amazing. That's been like my favorite to do. LTMD, Ayuna, you know, some of those are very popular and ones that really correlate with what I believe in, you know, cruelty-free, vegan-friendly, and just everything that's really has to do with natural beauty care, basically. And from aside from that, as you mentioned, you know, with the cricket games, that was my very first time I was able to organize and coordinate a 5-day live show. It was brutal, but it was well worth it. It really kickstarted my business career as far as really pointing me in the direction of, hey, this is what I'm really passionate about. Long-term wise, I really want to get into coordinating and organizing, having my own events, having my own shows, but not only my own personal, also having a clientele base where they see my work and they want to bring me in. You know, I choreograph like for pageant systems. I choreograph the routines for the girls to come out in fashion shows. I don't like to do the, you know, the standard, you come out on the runway, do your walk, and you go back and there's a flood. I like to create something unique, something that's memorable and really is my own brand. And so every show is going to be a different choreograph, the way they come out. It's still going to implement, you know, their single walks that they come out in, but just to make it memorable and really like engage the audience into it and say, hey, this was one heck of a show. I really want to bring, you know, Susmita in and bring her into like what we do. That's really where it's at. So not only that, but, you know, I do manage some models I work with, because I do have clients that reach out to me for music videos, print work, runway shows. So I'm not an agency. I make that very clear. I am not an agency, but I do have, you know, a limited number for a select group to come in and go under my wings for as a mentor. If they want to learn, have any questions, any bookings that I have, you know, I'll go to the internal base that I have first before I do an open casting. That is the other thing, is open castings and any like on-shoot directing and everything like that. So I guess you can say I am well-rounded, and, you know, I can jump in where I need to. Styling, coordinating, and organizing really are my top. The event we have coming up for next week, it is a gala dinner. I'm in partnership with the Bangladesh American Chamber of Commerce, based out of here in Florida. And we co-partnered. We are going to be putting together, or not going to be, but we have put together a dinner gala and cultural show. So it's going to incorporate you know, the business entrepreneurs, and it's in honor of FITSE. FITSE is Florida International Trade and Cultural Expo, bringing international entrepreneurs and business leaders of all sectors of industries, and being able to, you know, network and see how you can work together. And the point of it is it's held in Broward County, because all the Broward local businesses, you know, in order to help them really meet and be able to grow internationally as well. So we have, you know, China, Korea, India, Bangladesh, and around the world, like around the States, as some examples that'll be in attendance, Ecuador. So it's exciting. It really is. And on the show aspect of it, so we have 4 fashion shows that we've lined up for 4 designers. Liz Costella designs, there's Anna Cortez, and then there's Forever Lavi with Mariano. You saw him last week. And then we also have Almendra's Boutique by Yelisa Barrios. And so it's exciting. They're all 4 different looks, 4 different styles, and individually featured. And then on top of it, again, staying in tune with the whole diverse and the culture aspect of it, I also have 4 singers that are going to be coming on. Well, it's 3 singers and a violinist. So Stephen Avi is one of them. He's a violinist local to Broward here, and a young kid, phenomenal at what he does. We have a singer from Bangladesh. She's Bengali. She'll be doing one of the pieces from her end. And then we also have Gianna Angela, is in your Teen International World. She's going to be singing with her friend Estefani, and it's going to be incredible. So we're really excited, and a lot of talent to come. So there is going to be a lot of post-production, and you'll be able to catch it. If you're able to make it to the event, that's even better. You'll be able to experience it firsthand. So, and I look forward to seeing anyone who does come out.
Yeah. See, there you go. People say, I have a lot of projects on the books. Oh my God. You just gave me a year's full of projects.
Oh, man.
But I think that's great. And I'm honored that you did ask me to host this cultural show next week. Because when I get a mic in my hand, that's it. The show's going to rock. So I'm ready for that. I'm gearing up for it. And it's going to be fantastic. And it was so funny because you did answer one of the questions that I had for you, was the difference between model management and agency. But you did answer that. And because a lot of people get so very misconstrued all about that. And another thing is you did work for the Global Trade Chamber for a while. Okay. And you worked on 100 Successful Women in Business. And you did a great job. You brought me into that. And I think that was absolutely amazing. So you need to tell 𝐿𝐿 because if he watches this, you got to tell him you love him. So,
Absolutely. Maria and 𝐿𝐿, amazing people to work with. I'm honored that I had the chance to be able to work with them as a coordinator, as a chamber coordinator. We did have many projects we worked on, giving out awards to all the leaders, and then the 100 Successful Women in Business. So there's a lot of things that have happened, and working with chambers, working with people like you and other designers. It's helped me grow, and it's helped me realize what avenue I want to take, and be able to, be there for other women and other girls, inspire them. And, I look young, but I think it gets misconstrued sometimes too. It's a blessing in disguise, because sometimes I like to use it to my advantage. I get seen as one of the girls. I get to understand and really find true personalities, true nature of who I'm going to be working with. And then you realize who are just, being nice because they realize, hey, you're someone of importance. So it's there, but it's fun. And, through this, one of the other things I did actually that we have coming up, I took part in the Global Business Summit and had the chance to go to Dubai back in September. So it was a great experience. And again, working, found a lot of people to work with, a lot of projects coming up. So in the upcoming months, and as well as the new year into 2022, stay on the lookout for that, because I'm definitely going to be a part of the Global Business Summit again. And there's a lot of surprises coming. That's all I can say.
With me, there's a lot of surprises coming. I've got a few coming up next week. I have one tomorrow, which you will see. But I do want to mention that, this is going to be seen on YouTube, Vimeo, Roku TV, and you can also find this on the Global Trade Chamber TV. So you're going to pretty much be seen around the world. And right now, what I want to mention to you is that you should be very proud of yourself, because women from India that were either born in India or were born here are making an impact around the world. I mean, let's face it. We've got a woman that has Indian roots that's vice president of the United States. Okay. We have Congressman Jayapal, who was, her parents were from India and is in Congress, and she's one of the ranking members of Congress. You're right there with them. So when you say it's a learning experience, when I watch these women on TV, I always think of you, and I always say, you know what? Susmita's right there. She doesn't need to go any further. She's right there. And I will probably have a surprise for you. I don't want to mention it here, but I'm going to have a surprise for you coming up, because I think you need to meet these women. I think you need to be with them. And you also work well, and she's going to be a guest on the show next week. Akshata, who became our
I was just going to say, she's incredible. Having the chance to be able to meet her, I know she came to compete in the pageant, and I met her as one of the coordinators, like someone that she was listening to instead of almost at an equal. But I have to say, she is more than an equal to us, because everything she's done, the International Glamour Project, and the following that she has, the fan base, and people who really truly look up to her. I'm a big fan of hers. I'm not gonna lie, and she's incredible. Like, she is someone to definitely follow. and look out for her. I've had the chance to speak to her, and everything she's done, she's brought me on as a mentor, as a judge, and to the new girls that come through, and really have that guidance and act as a mentor for them. So on one hand, it was really heartwarming for me because, I'm 100% Indian, but I was born in US. So my family, they've really ingrained it in me growing up, and to not lose a lot of the traditions and the culture and everything, like who we are as people, just because I was born in US. So I am first generation American. However, working with Dr. 𝐒𝐿 and really being able to be a mentor to these women in India, it has been incredible because it allows me to still feel like that sense of feeling to be a part of who you are originally. Because growing up, I absolutely hated, I'm not going to lie. I felt so different and so out of place. And now, like, just embracing it has been the best part. And again, that's all through the growth and experiences. But growing up, I can really say it was quite a battle, and just the sense of belonging. I was never American enough to be like everyone here, but I was never Indian enough to be accepted in that group. So, everyone grows, and it's been incredible. That's all I can say. It's been a blessing.
Yes, it has. And you've been a blessing to me. And I thank you so much for being on the show. We've got about 4 minutes left. So let me know, just say your closing remarks, what you want us to know. We're definitely looking forward to working with you next week. I know I am. I probably will not sleep from now until then, but that's okay. We go through this all the time. But just let the audience know, give us your closing remarks, what you've got, what your future goals are, and where you're going to go from here.
Absolutely. So, thank you everyone for watching the show and hearing me out, who I am. So the last thing I have to say is I would love the opportunity to be able to meet any of you work. I would love to come into more projects as far as pageants, judging and mentoring, choreographing. There's any events, any organizing, coordinating that needs done, definitely let me know. You can, so I can be reached either online on Facebook, Susmita Patel, or you can find me on Instagram. Business page is SP_Fashion Direct, as well as my personal pages @_Ambitious Beauty Sus _ So you can reach out to me anytime. Miss Angela will go ahead and reach out to me if it's easier to contact her. But yes, I'm open for projects and open to growing with everyone.
Terrific. And I know you're going to get a lot of viewers, and hold on to your hat, because Monday morning I'm going up to the cruise line and I will be setting the 2022 date. Yes. That's going to be in July, so hold on. But ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The amazing Susmita Patel, the owner of SP Fashion Direct LLC, and once again, the model and pageant coordinator for the Miss International World and Miss Latina International Pageant. And we will definitely see her Wednesday at the Multicultural Fashion Show for the Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce. So we want to welcome you once again to Make Our World Your Runway, and we will see you next week when our special guest will be the one and the only Ms. International World, 𝐒𝐿 from India. Thank you so much. We'll see you again.